Bruce Weber once replaced him in Champaign-Urbana. So some intrigue there. And some very good players on the Kansas side by the name of Morris. Markeith with the 3 there. This is Tyshawn Taylor. What kind of difference has he made for Kansas since he came back?
He's made a lot of difference, and Bill Self, I think, really got to him. He's not trying to make spectacular plays anymore. He's just trying to make good plays tonight. 13 points, 4 assists, 3 turnovers. Very steady for Tyshawn.
That was Markeith Morris again. DJ Richardson with a 3 here, and they cut the lead 2-3. Here's Taylor working again and looking for Markeith.
Great floor game, like you said, Seth. Patience, playing within himself, and the Morris twins, they finish.
Look at the big fella, Mike Tisdale. He tried 5 threes in this game. This one fell for him. And again, it's still just a 4-point Jayhawks lead. Marcus Morris, no. Marcus Morris, yes. And 1.
Illinois just couldn't get over the top in this game. They could never put game pressure on Kansas.
And that's Markeith Morris with the big finish. A little punctuation for the Jayhawks, who ultimately win it by 14. It's the 4th time this season the Morrises have combined to go 40-20 in a game. In this case, 41 points, 24 rebounds. Kansas into the Sweet 16 for the 5th time in 8 years. Tournament is the Virginia Commonwealth Rams. Remember, they were a first 4 team, one of the last picks for the tournament. Many analysts felt like they didn't belong there.
Hey, raise my hand.
They aimed to prove they did.
Raising your hand, Seth?
I admit it.
To Seth and the Purdue
Shaka,
Boilermakers.
go at Seth, Shaka. Go
Ryan
at him.
Smith with a pull-up 3 there. Purdue up by 4. Joey Rodriguez. Boy, did he play some ball.
He did. Scoring the basketball, and then also dishing out some assists.
Bradford Burgess with the block. Darius Theus pushes it ahead. Brandon Rizal, pull-up 3.
You know,
VCU up 10 at the half.
They were relentless, especially on secondary breaks. First option breaks, just pushing the basketball, and you can see running that offense, executing very well.
How about Joey dishes? Rodriguez with 11 assists without a turnover.
Joined by Nixon in the backcourt with 6 assists, no turnovers, 29 assists, 4 turnovers by this group.
Pretty amazing. Jawan Johnson there tips that in, but the Boilers down by 13, and then it's Rodriguez.
Penetration just hurting them. Rodriguez getting wherever he wanted to, kicking it out, and you can see Nixon knocking down that 3. What a game for VCU.
You think about what could have been. You see Robbie Hummel there on the bench. If only he doesn't blow out his ACL back on October 16th, maybe those numbers are flipped. But, you know, even without Robbie Hummel, guys, this was not the Little Sisters of the Poor that VCU did this to. This is arguably one of the best, if not the best, half-court, toughest defensive teams in the country. VCU sliced them and diced them, shot 57% from the floor, out-rebounded them by 2. Coach, you mentioned 26 assists to 4 turnovers. This was an offensive clinic against not a good defensive team, a great defensive
94 points against a team giving up 61 coming in. That's amazing.
Cinderella story led by an emerging coaching star, Shaka Smart.
True TV, they would kill for that Tuesday night.
That's actuality if I've ever heard it. Florida State and Notre Dame. Remember, Chris Singleton returned for the Texas A&M win, but played just 8 minutes in this game against Ben Hansbrough and the Fighting Irish. Knowles built a quick lead. Derwin Kitchen drives baseline, and then they'll knock down the 3 off the inbound, and the Knowles quickly up by a dozen.
You know, this game came down to just speed for me and athleticism. Florida State just beat the Irish to every ball. They guarded them. They kept Hansbrough out of the paint and also challenged and contested all his shots.
Ben Hansbrough, Big East Player of the Year. Everything's contested, not much falling.
Not at all. You can see, even when they're late, just get out there, get a hand. The bigs did an excellent job on pick and rolls, a little frustration, and you can see Leonard Hamilton had this team ready to play.
And we talked earlier about, you know, Ben Hansbrough's emotions. I actually thought he kept himself pretty much in check tonight, given what was going on. I just think that he was overwhelmed. Like you said, he was befuddled. He couldn't get by. Their defenders coming off the screens. The Florida State guys were jumping out there. There is a reason that Florida State leads the nation in field goal percentage defense. What they did to Notre Dame tonight, Notre Dame shooting 30.6% from the floor, 7 for 30 from three-point range. It was a clinic, Phil.
There was no open space. Every time you looked up on the screen, the 5 defenders on Florida State were where the X's would be if you were doing a clinic. And Not only that, when the Notre Dame players cut, they got bumped off their
They
speed.
did, definitely,
There was
for sure.
nothing easy.
And guess what? Florida State playing without basically their best player, Chris Singleton. Both games probably added up minutes-wise, only about 25 minutes. What a job for Florida State.
Ben Hansbrough finished his college career on a 5 for 13 shooting night. He did get his 18 points, but he and the Irish are out of this tournament, and Florida State's moving on. Decided, let's go Big East, Big East. Scoop Jardine banged up the wrist on Friday in the starting lineup. Tonight, Darius Johnson-Odom with a 3 there, and we see you, Darius.
Yes.
You too. We see all of you.
17 points, 4 assists for DJO, as Gus Johnson calls it.
Jimmy Butler baseline jumper there. Eagles up by 3. Deion Waiters then to the rim for Syracuse, and they have a 3-point lead. Scoop Jardine, kind of a reckless pass there. It's turned over. Junior Cadogan with the finish.
Way too much of that going on for Syracuse today. 18 turnovers for a game that was in the mid to low 60s. That's a lot of gift giving to your opponent in the NCAA tournament.
Johnson-Odom on the run and the finish there. Marquette still up by just a point. Rick Jackson to Chris Joseph. It's a dunk. Hughes back on top, 55-53, but Cadogan will tie it up at 55. And they would get stuck there for a period of time. In fact, more than 2 minutes on 59 all, I should say. Deion Waiters trying to inbound. It's Jardine. It's a violation.
Go in the backcourt there.
Got to go in the backcourt.
Got to go in the backcourt and give yourself enough room to operate.
Johnson-Odom is locked and loaded for 3. Bang. 62-59 Marquette. And it would hold up for the animated Buzz Williams.
Buzz, do your
He was
dance.
dancing his way into the Sweet 16.
Do your dance, Buzz.
Amazing stat in that game. Marquette had 2 threes in the second half. One to tie, down 3 late, and then that one that we just saw.
Scoop didn't shoot the ball well, 1 for 5 from three-point range. That's been the question with them all season long. When they haven't played well, it's been those two guys.
Dr. Nix and the Green Machine getting fired up for George Mason. And in fact, they had reason to, at least very early on, because the Patriots went up 11-2, and then you're pretty much just going to see guys in scarlet and silver.
Yeah, that's a pretty consistent highlight. I mean, they were unbelievable from behind the arc. How about 9 for 12 in the first half, 7 for 14 in the second half, 16 for 26. You're not going to lose a lot of games when you do that. And you have to say, guys, of the 16 teams in the Sweet 16, the Buckeyes were the most dominant in their first 2 games.
I totally agree.
Absolutely the smoothest team. Their depth is not an issue. They're basketball players, and they all have a definitive role. How about Aaron Kraft? 15 dimes. 15.
It was never close. They led by 26 at halftime. Game basically over. And by the way, George Mason playing without their hero from their Tourney opening win, Luke Hancock.
And David
flu-like
Lighty.
symptoms. He could not go for George Mason, and they were basically never in the game. Seth talked about all the threes. David Lighty, a perfect 7 of 7 from outside that line. One shy of the Tourney record for made threes without a miss. The 16 three-pointers is tied for the most by a Big Ten team in the NCAA tournament. And so the number 1 seed is headed on as well. Lighty 7 of 7, Buford 4 of 7. Everybody knocking down threes.
Well, when you look, go ahead, Coach. I'm
Diebler
sorry.
had to be off. He was 4 for 8.
That's what I was about to say.
He better get in the
He
gym.
was
He better
a
be in the gym
disaster
right
out there.
now.
You know, I think what happened to George Mason is, unfortunately, they got out to a lead, and it seemed like it woke up Ohio State.
Wow. That is,
That's
I'm
cruel.
completely neutral in that rivalry, and I'll tell you, that's wrong. That was just wrong.
That was wrong, wasn't it?
Washington and North Carolina, good game. Isaiah Thomas, the assist. Justin Holiday, the finish.
Yes. I mean, you look at Washington Huskies knocking down these three-point shots. They were 10 for 19 in this game. And heads up, Marshall.
As good as anybody in the country. That long pass, Tyler Zeller, the beneficiary there. C.J. Wilcox, another one of those threes. Washington up by 5. Harrison Barnes, he just gets better by the day, it seems.
Yes.
4 of 7 from three-point range. Carolina by 2.
Up-tempo game like this, only 9 turnovers for the Heels.
Scott Suggs has the answer on the other end. It's a one-point contest. All right, now it gets interesting. 7 seconds left in the game. Huskies on an inbound.
Defensive play,
It is.
Tremendous play.
John Henson, the Defensive Player of the Year from the ACC.
Guess what? He's trying to throw the ball almost in the backcourt when he still gets his hand on it. It wasn't a play deflected to the corner or in the middle of the paint. Trying to get the basketball in the backcourt.
Carolina hits a couple of free throws, so Washington gets it back with 5 seconds left. Vinoy Overton tosses it up. Henson can't collect it. Now, the ball hits the floor at just over a second, but the timekeeper is going to go on the official signal and whistle to award a half second to Washington. Isaiah Thomas with a desperation 3 attempt that actually turned out to be a 2, foot inside the line. So on the back end, whether Henson goaltended or not is really irrelevant, and to be honest, it looks like the ball probably hit the rim anyway. There was no call on the play, and the bottom line is Carolina wins.
Yeah, I mean, it was just wacky all around. I go back to Vinoy Overton throwing the ball up with 3.5 seconds left, trying to take a half-court shot. That kid's a lefty, and he's throwing it up with his right hand. I think he's probably thinking that he's just going to get fouled in that situation. A bit of lost composure, and then Henson bails him out by trying to catch the thing as it goes out of bounds momentarily.
Michigan and Duke. Coach K, 1 win away from 900 for his career. Kyle Singler, the assist. Miles Plumlee with the finish.
Nice play, misdirection. Pick and roll, got it to Singler, made a beautiful pass to Plumlee.
Duke took 23 pointers in this game. 5 of them fell.
That was the only one that Kyle Singler made today. 1 out of 5 from behind the arc.
This
They
is
were
Zach.
20 for 29 on twos, though.
Zach Novak with a 3. Duke up by 2. Evan Smotrich buries the 3. Game tied at 26. Nolan Smith gets it going.
Yes, he did. He had 10 quick points in this one against Tim Hardaway Jr. Woo, man down. Bucket.
And the Blue Devils up by 11. Second half, Darius Morris, the pass to Jordan Morgan for the reverse. And then Morris one more time to Morgan.
Darius Morris had a fabulous game, a fabulous season, really the last 6 weeks of the season. One of the best cards, if not the best card in the Big Ten.
It's
Very
late.
steady.
Michigan on the comeback, 5 straight points from Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's a 1-point game. Other end, Kyrie Irving's first bucket of the game with 31 seconds to go, and Duke is up by 3.
Irving played 21 minutes after playing 20 in their first round win over Hampton.
Duke up by 2. Nolan Smith misses the second free throw here, so Darius Morris gets it. Look at the clock, 8 seconds left. He's got some time to work with. He's going to keep it. He's going to get to the lane. Floater. Oh, back rim.
No problem with that shot.
Got a good look.
Michigan, you got a great
Good
look.
look as you're going to get in that situation. I think your best player playing a fabulous game, getting an open look. If you're Michigan, you think about where you were 6 weeks ago, well out of the tournament, now not just in the tournament, but making it through to the third round, taking Duke all the way to the wire. The Blue Devils survive and advance.
So 900th career win for Mike Krzyzewski. If the Blue Devils return to the Final Four, he'll be tied with Bob Knight for the all-time record when he arrives in Houston. Arizona and Texas up next, the 5 and the 4. Derek Williams, Pac-10 Player of the Year, trying to get back to his home turf in Anaheim. He's a California guy. He had 22 and 10 last time out. Jordan Mays with the 3 here for Arizona. They're up by 2. Wildcats on the break now. Jordan Hamilton with the block. Look at the recovery and how quickly they transition.
And how quickly Jordan Hamilton, this play, he's on the defensive end blocking the shot, then he gets back and gets the dunk. What a play and sequence for Texas.
So this first half was Arizona's. Brendan Lavender with the 3 there. Wildcats go to the locker room up by 11.
And that's with Derek Williams not even making a field goal, yet they were up by 11. This is a very strange basketball
Texas
game.
had no threes in the first half. 0 for 5 from 3.
Look at that pass and finish. Beautiful basketball by the Wildcats.
Second half here, Jacobin Brown takes over for the guys in white and burnt orange. He went off. Arizona up by just 2. Brown one more time with a pull-up, puts him ahead. He had 21 of his 23 after halftime. Corey Joseph trying to find somebody, anybody to inbound it to. 5 seconds of violation and a turnover at the worst possible time for Texas.
He tried to call timeout, but the referee gave him that quick count.
Easy step.
Pick and roll, they
Let's
go
talk
to
about this
Williams.
play. Great pick and roll, good pass,
What a nice pass.
great catch, and look at Derek Williams with the make, and he's at the free throw.
Flipped it up and in, and he would make the free throw to give Arizona a 1-point lead, but Texas has got a little time to work with. They go back to Brown, who spent so much time in the paint this second half. Wild shot doesn't go. And then the rebound by Gary Johnson. The question is, was he fouled? And if so, was he fouled before time expired.
If he was fouled after time expired. So either way, the official, Jim Burr, in that situation got it right.
Sean Miller agrees with you wholeheartedly, and he is off to the Sweet 16, where Arizona will meet Duke in an NCAA tournament
What's ironic
game.
is Sean Miller also agreed with me when I said the other night that Derek Williams didn't foul.
Yes,
the
That
Memphis
was
player
a
on the
prize
block.
fight there.
You
That
and
game
Sean
was
Miller,
a prize fight.
You and Sean are very simpatico that way. Arizona and Duke in the Sweet 16, their first meeting since the 01 national title game. Rick Barnes and the Longhorns headed back to Austin afterward. Rick spoke with Craig Sager.